The one thing the rich do in their 20s which the poor don't. When I was 21, I announced to my parents and family members that I was not going to continue with schooling. I announced that, unlike what they wanted me to do, I wouldn't have any degree, none ever, work for anyone in my life. As expected, I became the black sheep of the family as everyone thought that I was crazy. It took me 1 decade to prove that they were all wrong. In this video, we'll be sharing with you the one thing the rich does in their 20s which the poor don't. If you are new here, consider subscribing so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Now, let's get into it. If you take your time to study the lives of some of the most successful people in the world, from Steve Jobs to Muhammad Ali to Martin Luther King Jr., one thing will become very obvious, and that is they all know what they wanted to do with their lives right in their 20s. Muhammad Ali began his boxing career at age 12, and by the time he was in his 20s, he already knew that that was the only thing he will do with his life. The Wright brothers were 32 and 35 in 1903 when they successfully invented a flying machine we know as planes today. If they succeeded at 32 and 35, you can be sure they have started 5 to 10 years earlier in their 20s. Mark Zuckerberg was 19 when he decided to connect the world. Henry Ford, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, name them, they all already knew how they would spend the rest of their lives right from their 20s. Successful people are usually very convinced about what they want to do with their lives, right from when they are 20-something, while most other people simply waste their 20s in pleasure, parties, and fun. Now, let's look at this from another perspective. Why are successful people able to get ahead simply by knowing what they want early? You see, between any dream and its actualization, there are days, months, and years of troubles. Between the day you'll be convinced about what you want to do with your life and the day you'll actually achieve such dreams, there are hundreds of mistakes, failures, and rejections. And if you think about it very well, the best time to go through tough time is your 20s, because right in your 20s, you're no longer a baby. At the same time, you have a lot of time and little or no responsibility. Let me share my personal experience with you. I went to the business world when I was 21. Even before I made up my mind to give it whatever it took, I knew that it wasn't going to be easy. But I knew that I was young and could afford to waste an entire decade trying to figure things out. That's exactly what I did. Though mistakes, failures, and rejections are painful, because I was young, it was easier for me to remain optimistic. And because I had no child and no family, being broke for years actually wasn't that bad. If you ask me to try again all those things I tried 10 or 11 years ago, it's now 3 times more difficult because I now have a family. Steve Jobs granted an interview, which is still on YouTube till today, where he explained that the reason why he and his partner could put all they had into Apple Incorporated was because they really didn't have anything to lose, since he was 20 and his partner was around 25. So, what is the essence of this video? Well, we are not here to discourage people who are already in their 40s or 50s. No matter what your age, you can still change your life. Yes, it may not be as easy, but you can do it. Now, if you are in your 20s, it's a different ballgame entirely, because you really don't have any excuse. You have the time, the bones, and the mind to dream anything and pursue anything. You have a whole decade you can invest into mistakes and failures. You have nothing stopping you except those excuses you're making. Here are 3 pieces of advice I have for everyone who is in their 20s. First, stop seeing your 20s as the time for fun. Most people think their 20s is the most interesting period of their lives, and that's correct. But the least thing you want to do in those years is to dedicate them to fun. If there's anything you should do in your 20s, it's to know who you are, what the world is, and what you really want to do with your life. These three things are not so easy. Knowing yourself is a difficult thing because the society you grew up from has probably labeled you. Your parents and family members have probably defined you. To take a few steps back and redefine yourself is a tough job, and you have to do it. Knowing the world is actually not that tough. In fact, I can give you some insights. The world was not designed to favor you. The world was designed to consume you. Your unique identity is your asset, but that's the first thing the society will seek to destroy. It's a jungle and the strong animals always eat the weak ones, so you have to be strong. You'll understand the world better by reading and observation. Though this may take time, it shouldn't cost you a lot of headaches. After knowing who you are and what the world is, the next thing you want to do is to know what you want with your life in specific terms. You don't just say, "I want to be rich" or "I want to be successful." You have to state in specific terms the problem you want to spend your life solving. No one should have a goal to just be successful, because success is not a means, it's an end. Success is the outcome of solving a problem, so you have to define specifically the problem you spend your entire life solving. What makes this part very difficult is because the society and the world around you are always ready to tell you what to do. For instance, your parents may want you to be a doctor, lawyer, or anything. Your uncle or anyone else in your family may have some suggestions. The world in general may want to suggest to you that success means the Ferraris and Lamborghinis. To really know what you want, you have to search and listen to your own self to determine what will make you happy. The second thing you should do after knowing who you are, who the world is, and what you want to do with your life is don't take life easy. In your 20s, I advise you shouldn't expect life to be easy or take life easy. Whatever you desire, be willing to fight hard for it. Get out and pursue your dreams. Don't be surprised by failures. Instead, tell yourself before you leave home that you'll make mistakes and fail, but that you won't ever give up. You have to dare life and try things, because it's by doing so you'll know your strengths and weaknesses. Lastly, respect time. Earl Nightingale once said, "If you invest 1 hour every day to develop yourself about your career, you'll become a national expert in 5 years." The same 1 hour which can make you a national expert in 5 years can easily be wasted on Facebook. Another 1 hour could be wasted on Instagram, and few other hours on TV. The very hours you're wasting are the same hours some other people are investing into things that will make them respected heroes in the future. Respect time if you want to have a meaningful life. In conclusion, the number one factor that makes the rich rich is their ability to know who they are and what they want out of life as early as possible. If you want to be rich and successful in life, you need to maximize your 20s. Take time to know who you are, what the world is, and what exactly you want to achieve with your life. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.